Hi, I'm Sam Scheitler from Clark Mortgages. I'm a mortgage broker specialising in complex cases. I'd like to talk today to the contractors out there, those who are in no small way self-employed, in that you go out and find your own work a lot of the time, or that you're working temporarily for multiple agencies. You're working contracts, fixed term, open-ended, you've been finding your own work, and a lot of the time you then think, well, I'm going to put my income through in a more tax efficient manner. I do it through a limited company. I have an umbrella company who helps me offset various taxes. Because it's such a grey area, it can be really difficult for lenders to interpret income because there can be mismatches. Net income received can mismatch pay slips. Contracts might not be supported by limited company net profits. We have lenders in the market who are much more flexible. There are even high street lenders who, when presented the case in a certain way, will look at cases in a much more flexible way. So for instance, if I were a contractor putting my work through a limited company in order to put expenses through and so on and so forth, a lender misinterpreting my income could wrongfully assume that as a normal limited company director, my income is based on the salary and the net profit, or the salary and the dividend I derive from that business. However, because I'm a contractor, because I'm a day rate contractor, in reality, we need to remove the limited company from consideration. The limited company is merely a conduit for the income. It's a way to declare it via HMRC. As a result, we have lenders who can look at the value of the contract, the day rate you receive, or the hourly rate in some cases if you're earning enough or if you've been doing it for long enough. If we look at all of that, the value of what you earn can be worth a whole lot more. Point in case, I had a client of mine earning £330 a day as an engineering contractor. He'd been doing that for 5 years. He'd gone from employed with them, and then in July of the previous year started doing it through his own limited company. He still was working with the same company, just the basis of his employment, the taxable basis of his employment had changed. Conventional lenders look at it and they say 1 year's trading, contractor, the salary and net profit is lower, we're not going to do it. Actually, the nature of his work hadn't changed, and he was still receiving a great sum of money, and we could still see that being credited month in, month out for the regular work he was receiving. So why shouldn't we base that instead on the contract? Yes, he's self-employed in the sense that he's a contractor and he's now agreeing the work himself, but in the same way as a salaried employee is being deposited money every single month, and there's no question about that, he has the exact same going. He just doesn't get a pay slip issued. And so that's the difference. We have lenders who will look at the day rate. The day rate of £330 is then typically worked over a 5-day period. The only caveat is that, owing to lack of holiday pay, lenders are typically only going to give you credit for 46 or 48 weeks. But I've found that that can often be a much higher gross figure than whatever the figure is, the salary plus net profit of the limited company that's left over. Again, umbrella companies, some of them have some incredible schemes with ways to diminish your tax liability. That means that the income coming out of that umbrella company, although the net payment shows, however it's being siphoned away through the pay slips, doesn't quite match up to the value of the contract. I'm no accountant, neither are the lenders. So instead we have to look at, well, realistically, what can we see coming in and what can we see the value of the contract is? We disregard the conduit of the income because it's not material to assessing affordability, in the sense that it's a very good steer, but if we can see regular credit into the bank statements of a consistent amount that's cohesive with the contract that you're receiving, well, in that case, we can disregard it, we can look beyond it, and we can make better sense of the income. When all said and done, contractors, although are self-employed in the sense that you find your own work, and they might be employed from a tax position in that they're paid via an umbrella company, paid via a limited company. The reality is it's not so different from being employed. And so there are lenders that will treat you as such. We just have to demonstrate continuity of employment, continuity of experience, and a solid contract to deal with.